How to decline giving her money while keeping her interested. Ways to say no to giving her money and still hold her interest. Sounds like something you're eager to learn, right? Well, you're in luck today. I've got you covered. If you ask me, lending or handing out money is strictly a financial choice, not an emotional one. And that's exactly the mindset you need to adopt when dealing with this kind of situation or conversation. Now, if you're watching this, chances are you found yourself in a tricky spot where a woman you're either dating or really into keeps asking you for money. And let's be real, relationships should be about mutual giving and receiving, right? But at what stage do you decide that your partner needs to step up and take more financial responsibility? More often than not, you've probably received such requests at inconvenient times, adding unnecessary financial strain on you. After all, you have your own budget, your own income, and your own financial goals that don't necessarily include taking care of others on demand. And when this pattern keeps repeating, when she consistently asks for money, it can start to take a toll. It may even make you reconsider the relationship altogether. On the flip side, there's also the risk that she might think, this guy is just too stingy, and move on to someone else who's more willing to spend freely. These are real-life dilemmas that many people face daily. So if any of this sounds familiar, if you've been dealing with something like this, then this video is exactly for you. By the end, I'm going to share 5 solid ways to say no to giving her money while still keeping her interested. And trust me, once you're done watching, you'll have some great insight on how to handle this situation effectively. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. This is my YouTube channel. I'm Jessie, and you're absolutely welcome. Glad to have you back on my YouTube channel. I'm Jessie, a broadcaster, fitness enthusiast, biker girl, and voice actor based in Manchester, United Kingdom. It's always a pleasure to connect with you again. I truly appreciate you tuning in. Now, do me a quick favour. Go ahead and hit that like button even before we dive in. Because today, I'm about to share some powerful insights on how you can say no to giving money to the woman you love while still keeping her interested. So let's get into it. Now, if the woman you're dating or planning to date is a gold digger, let me be honest with you. No matter how many strategies I outline in this video, chances are you'll lose her once you start applying them. So consider this as a relationship test, a way to truly gauge where you stand. But honestly, if she's only after your money, why would you want her in the first place? Let's dive straight into tip number 1. Now, I have to say I blame guys a lot when it comes to women asking for money. Here's why. Many men go out of their way to flaunt their wealth. They're quick to show off, making sure she knows they can afford this and own that. You drive an expensive car. You live in a luxurious house. You have a high-paying job. Of course, in the pursuit of winning her love and attention, you want to make it clear that you're the man. That's understandable. But while you're doing that, here's the flip side. She's not just seeing a confident, successful guy. She's also seeing and hearing one thing: money. You have a great career? That translates to money. You drive a Mercedes? More money. You live in a fancy home she's probably visited? That's money again. Essentially, everything about your lifestyle screams wealth. So in her mind, if you have access to all these resources, why shouldn't she ask for some? Just keep in mind, you might be unintentionally sending the wrong message while trying to establish yourself in her eyes. And if you're not lucky enough to have a woman who is financially independent and values her own self-sufficiency, then unfortunately you may find yourself in a situation where she constantly asks you for money. She'll treat these as loans she never intends to repay, simply because she assumes that since you like her or you're in a relationship, it's acceptable. She might start taking the relationship for granted and focusing solely on financial gain because that's the precedent you've set, right? So it's crucial to dial down conversations about your financial status, especially at the start of a relationship. Avoid being too quick to reveal details about your earnings. Now, let me tell you something. I once met a guy who was genuinely interested in me. After our very first date, I walked away already knowing exactly how much he made. Maybe he thought it was a way to show me that he could provide for me, right? But if I were the type of woman who prioritized money above all else, trust me, that would have been an open invitation to start making requests. I could have easily taken advantage of the situation, dropping hints about things I wanted and expecting him to cover them, calling him honey, sweetheart, sugar, while steadily draining his wallet. So be mindful of this. Secondly, I recommend offering alternative ways for her to earn money. In other words, don't just hand her a fish, teach her how to fish. If you notice that she frequently relies on you for financial support, it might be time for a conversation. Let her know that by doing A, B, or C, she could generate her own income instead of always turning to you. Encourage her to explore different income opportunities. Understand what kind of woman she is and what skills or interests she has. And if you're in a position to help, perhaps you could even assist her in starting a small business. Something that won't put a strain on your finances, but can set her on a path toward financial independence. I believe you should go ahead and take that step rather than continuously handing out money to this woman who, in the long run, might just end up taking you for granted and mistaking your generosity for weakness. You get what I mean? That's something you definitely want to be mindful of. Next, whenever she asks you for money, right, tell her you need 24 hours to think it over. Listen, my guy, it's your hard-earned money, okay? It belongs to you. You shouldn't feel pressured by someone else's urgency when it comes to giving out your money. Like she's essentially asking for a loan, right? Yeah, she says it's an emergency, but why should that burden be placed on you? So take your time. That 24-hour window allows you to carefully evaluate whether giving her the money is actually the right decision. Does she genuinely need it? Is it a situation where your assistance is truly required, or does it seem like an unnecessary request? If it turns out to be the latter, then your response should be a no. Take that time, strengthen your resolve, and then let her know, babe, I was actually expecting some money from someone who owes me, but unfortunately they didn't come through. So you haven't just outright denied her request. You've also framed it in a way that lets her know you would have helped if your circumstances allowed it. This way, if the matter is truly urgent, she'll figure out an alternative way to resolve it. She'll find another means to get her money, right? Now, point number 4, consider offering support in other ways. For instance, if she wants cash to get her hair done, why not ease things for her by saying, babe, I don't have the funds right now, but I can give you a ride to the salon so you don't have to worry about transport costs. Look for alternative ways to assist instead of just handing out money. When you provide different solutions or help in non-monetary ways, you maintain control over the situation without damaging the relationship. So, if you're dealing with a woman you're dating or hoping to date who keeps asking for money, you can simply tell her, I can't help financially at the moment, but I can offer X, Y, or Z to make things a little easier for you. And honestly, I can't be the one doing all the thinking here. You experience different situations in your daily life, so just draw from those experiences to navigate this tricky position that at times women may corner you into. Wishing you luck with that. Number 5. Now this one always makes me chuckle because I can almost hear people shouting in protest. But hear me out. If someone is truly desperate and you're either unable to help or simply don't want to, why not suggest that they consider selling some personal items to raise the money they need? Before you come for me, just listen. There are women out there who own the latest iPhone, right? That phone costs a fortune. Yet the same person will turn around and say, oh, I don't have money to do this, that, and the other. But let's be real. If they sold that iPhone and got a cheaper phone instead, they would have more than enough to overcome the financial challenge they're facing and take care of business. If the situation is truly that desperate, parting with a personal belonging could make a huge difference. This isn't something new. Many of our mothers, for example, went through tough times and had to sell clothing or other belongings just to make ends meet. But today, it seems like many women are simply looking for the easiest way out, expecting men to provide for them. So if you're a guy and you feel like being asked for money is becoming excessive, a constant thing that you can't sustain, then maybe it's time to point this out. You can say something like, listen, I'm struggling financially right now, but I see you have this item just sitting there. Why not sell it and take care of your business? You can always buy it back later when you're in a better financial position. And say it confidently. Look her in the eye. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid. She will respect you for being honest. And if she doesn't, well, if any of these suggestions don't work, then, my friend, it just means she isn't the right one for you. Chances are she will walk away anyway. But at least you won't be dealing with a gold digger. You don't want someone who's just after your money. A gold digger, a person who will constantly be asking for cash, throwing your finances off track because you have your own plans, but somehow her plan always revolves around making money off you, right? And then there are those women who don't even work because they assume, oh, the man's going to take care of me. Well, that's changing. I hope this video was useful. If it was, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so. Turn on all notifications so you're alerted whenever I upload a new post. I'd really appreciate it. My name is Jessie. Thanks for watching. And that's a wrap. Later.